Alright guys, real quick here, just doing a customer test video. If you've already seen a demonstration on a 4-pill 2879C, nothing new to see here. Just a video for a customer. And I've got one more of these to do for Alan, who is supposed to pick up his 4-pill and supply next week. So I got to test his amp next. Just doing these in the order that they were paid for. This is Mr. Charles's 4-pill 2879C. We're going to test it at 15 volts. That's the takeoff point for the 2879C. Normally I test them at 14.5 because that's what my little bench supply is. And they do a little bit less, but at 15 volts they really take off and go. And we're testing it with a little 2-pill 1446. Nothing too special. There it is. Those are were purchased from RF Parts before RF Parts lost their mind on the price. But it does about 230 maybe, I think. 230 peak, 220 peak, something like that. And that's about max output, in my opinion, that you want to put into one of these. If you're getting 1,000 watts out of one, 400 plus watts average, you know, I think that's safe to say that's max output. But anyway, we'll test it here. First thing we'll do is show how much it's drawing on our clamp meter. Right there around 75 amps. And one more thing I want to add. We've had this amp running for probably 15-20 minutes before I came and did the video, and that's something I always do with the amps, is let them run for a while before and after the video, just to make sure nothing's going to go poof with it just sitting there running. Just another thing that we like to check out. So anyway, 75 amps worth of current. Now that is the 4-pill and the driver, and that is again at 15 volts over there on the power supply. Alright, so let's test it. Average power, 1,000 watt slug there. We're going to look at the bottom scale. Audio, 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 audio. So really close to 500 watts average. And people that say, well, why don't you just speak into the mic on average? Average power is not particularly responsive to just speaking into the mic. I mean, I don't care to do that. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. You know, showing almost 400 just talking. But when you're trying to get an average power reading, it's just like when I'm trying to see the max current that this thing will draw. I like to audio into it just so you can see the max average power. Because like I said, average power, it's real voice peak dependent. A lot of times the tone of your voice can make it go up and down. So somebody with a real bassy voice, you know, they may show a certain amount of power, and somebody with a real high pitched voice might show another amount of power. You know, you guys get what I'm saying. 1,000 watts peak. Bottom scale, we're reading peak power now. Now on peak power, I will talk normal into the mic because peak power is pretty responsive no matter what you're doing. But if you want to see me just give it a good long audio and bury that slug over in the corner showing over 1,000 watts PEP. That's 1,000 watts PEP. Audio test 1, 2, 3. We'll stay on it here for a second there. No need to worry about that. We'll let her eat, as they say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, this 4-pill Fatboy 2879C. Go. She's doing good, not falling back in power. Of course, we're not sitting here standing on it getting long-winded, but nice and cool. Heat sink on the sides, nice and cool. Like I said, we haven't been sitting here talking on it for 15 or 20 minutes. but everything is running nice and cool, no smoke, no nothing like that coming out of it. So Mr. Charles is going to use this thing to kick into a much larger amp, and I think it'll do him a good job. I don't think he'll ever drive it as hard as what I'm driving it now. I think he's got like a striker or something he's going to put into it, but should do him a good job. I like to test them as well as I can before they go out, and hopefully set somebody up for success. And wish you the best there. So Charles, I hope it does good for you, man. I'm going to end the video, and important reminder I want to tell guys, just like when I end this video, I'm not going to just hit the switch and turn this amp off. No, I haven't really been talking on the amp for a long time, and it's really not even hot. But the transistors have probably got a little warmth built up to them. What I'll end up doing is letting this amp run for about 10 or 15 minutes after the video. Make sure nothing goes crazy with it, and give everything time to cool down back to cold running temperature. That way nothing's just sitting there cooking without any kind of cooling going on with it. Just a recommendation to guys. I've said this before, but I've seen guys, they talk all night on a piece of equipment and they say, well man, it was doing good when I turned it off. They turn it back on the next day, key up a couple times, poof. A lot of times that is because somebody will turn it off hot. They won't give it time to cool back down. So, just a friendly reminder on that. Hope everybody enjoys the video. Questions, comments, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Fatboy, 4-pill, 2879C. Mr. Charles, hope it does well for you. Rooster in Tennessee, see you, bye.